What is going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez, back with another Prize Picks video for you. Today is Sunday, March 12th, 2023. We got 6 games going on in the NBA today. And as always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. We're going to kick this video off with a quick recap over yesterday's 3 picks. We'll get into some updated injury news, and then we'll jump right into some player props. I got 3 player props today, 2 from the same player, but both of those props I feel are in good spots to hit. And then our third player prop is also in a good spot to hit. I don't give player props that I don't feel can hit, so that goes without saying. All these player props are in good spots to hit. So if you like the sound of that, then stick around. Maybe click that like button, drop a comment, click the notification icon. And with that being said, without further delay, let's jump right on into that recap from yesterday. On the day yesterday, we finished 2-1, and I gotta be honest with you, I felt we had a 3-0 possibility yesterday with these 3 player props. So let's get out the way. The one that did not work out for us, and that word bubble, that's what I feel like. Plunk. That's what I feel like yesterday. Oh man, Al Horford ended the night with 9 points. We needed 10 points from him. He finished 0.5 shy, or 1 point shy of clearing that prop for us. Out of all the plays, that was the one where I thought, man, he's gonna knock down 4 threes tomorrow, or 3 threes and get fouled, and then clear that 10 point for us real easily. But he just didn't get it done yesterday, and that sucks. Plunk is what I felt after seeing that box score. The other 2 that did work for us though were KJ Martin over 12.5 points, and Steph Curry over 39.5 PRA. And listen, with Steph Curry, he got off to a really slow start. If you were watching that game, didn't shoot a lot. It looked like Javon Carter was just going to smother him all game. But, I mean, it's Steph Curry. So he finishes the night with 46 PRA. Those 2 worked out for us. 2-1 on the day. So close. So close to going 3-0. We're going to look to change that today. Go 3-0 with our 3 player props. Before we jump into those, let's just quickly run over some updated injury news in the NBA and make sure we're all on the same page. And then we'll get to those player props. Injury report for Sunday is a little short. Good. Let's keep it this way. So starting with the players who are out, LeBron James and Ben Simmons. I mean, do we even have to put Ben Simmons on this report? I mean, this guy he's been out for a long time. He's just checked out. That's what that should be next to his name, is checked out. Oh, that's so disappointing. Doubtful, Jared Allen, thumb to the eye. And then questionable, Darius Garland, Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sohan. Jeremy Sohan is totally in play with or without Keldon Johnson. So I'm also looking at a few other players in the Spurs lineup tonight for some possible fantasy production. And then probable, we got Dame Lillard, Anthony Davis, and Vlado Konkar. So there you go. Real quick injury report for Sunday. Let's jump on into those player props. For the first player prop, we're going to head on over to that Philly and Washington Wizards game and talk a little bit about James Harden's PRA, which is currently set to 38.5, and I like the over here. I like the more on this one. Let's head on over to props.cash and dig into his game logs and find out why I like the over on this PRA. So pulling up James Harden's 10-game log, we can see what he's done in terms of PRA. Hit this line 5 out of his last 10 games. First game back from injury was the Portland game. Came out, put up 36 PRA. He looked fine. He didn't look like, elite level James Harden, but he still put up 36 PRA. He put up 17 rebounds and assists in that game as well. So I look for a more polished James Harden in this game. Second game back in the lineup. So I'm not worried at all. I just think sometimes it takes players a game or 2 to get that rust off. Other players, they're right back to form, like Kevin Durant. But in this game, I just think James Harden's going to go back to the form that we saw prior to him exiting with that injury. Checking out some game logs over on StatMuse, we can see that James Harden is in his career. He's averaging 28 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds in 26 games versus Washington. I mean, that comes out to 39, 40 PRA if you want to round up. Let's focus on the 3 games he's played Washington as a member of the 76ers. In every game he's played, he's cleared this particular 38.5 PRA. That first game, 24 plus 23, that's 47. In that second game, that's 15 plus 24, that's 39. And then in his most recent game back in December, that's 46 PRA right there. We don't have to concern ourselves with turnovers with PRA, which is great. So in each game, he's hit double-digit assist. He's been over 20 points in each one, averaging roughly 6 rebounds in those contests. So from what I can see, everything looks great. Everything looks like it's in place for us to take the over here. Scrolling down, we can just check out minutes for James Harden. Nothing's changed there, which is great. Field goal attempts in the teens, mid-teens, which is great. We don't want to see it down here in the 11s, in the 10s. Definitely want to keep it over 15 and up. 14 and up, I should say. Yeah, staying out of foul trouble as well. So again, all those factors look good. Leads me to want to take the over on James Harden's 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Play number 2, we're going to head on over to the Denver-Brooklyn game, and I want to talk a little bit about Michael Porter Jr.'s points full game, and then talk a little bit about Michael Porter Jr.'s points first half. So I like the over on both of these. Let's head on over to props.cash, pull up some game logs, and check out why. Over on props.cash, we got his 10-game log pulled up. We can see he's hit this prop in 7 out of 10 games for a 70% hit rate. Was ejected in that San Antonio game on the 10th. He and Zach Collins were both ejected from that game. In that game, he played 20 minutes. That's just not enough. You don't want to throw that one out of the way, but you do want to be aware of the situation. So that game counts just like any of the other games, but it's important to know that he did not finish that game. So looking at his game log, it definitely brings down his averages. However, in the games where he is playing his full run, he's getting you 15 plus points in a lot of those games. And so this is the first thing that stood out to me. Number 2, how poor the Brooklyn Nets defend three-point production. And that's something that Michael Porter Jr. does really well. Here on this channel, we've taken his 3-point prop, or we've talked about his 3-point prop in a few different videos. We know that he likes to chuck threes, and he has a good time behind the line, and he shoots a fair percentage per game. 5 of 13, 5 of 10, 6 of 10. I mean, he's hovering in that 50% most games, which is a pretty high mark. Taking double-digit field goal attempts in the last 5 and 10 games. So all that looks good. And aside from that game versus San Antonio, he's on the court and he's not fouling out. He didn't foul out in that game. He only had 1 foul, but got ejected along with Zach Collins. So those things don't happen every game. Hopefully that doesn't happen in this game. He stays on the court. He gets his full run. Honestly, if he gets his full run today, I just don't know how he doesn't hit his 15.5 point prop full game. And then checking out his first half props, it's almost as good, if not a little better. So 7 out of his last 9 games, he's hit this point prop. This is actually set to 7.5 over on Prizepicks. So when we drop it, doesn't really change anything. You can see that he did not get it done against San Antonio. The game against Memphis back on the 25th, he played 11 minutes in the first half. He took 3 shots, didn't make 1, and 2 of them were threes. So just had a bad night, and that's going to happen from time to time. But the other games, he looks to be in top form. And again, if he plays his full run in the first half, which is going to be roughly 15 minutes in the first half, plenty of time on the court to hit 7.5 points in the half. So I like the over on these 2 point props for Mr. Michael Porter Jr. and along with the first prop that we talked about, which was James Harden. Those are going to be our 3-player props that we're rolling with today. I brought up the rebounds and assists for James Harden. We can just really quickly look up look at that, 16.5, and pulling his numbers back up on props.cash. This is also a fairly good prop for James Harden. And make sure we have the right filter set. 4 in a row where he's gone over 16.5. Now his last game he missed it. His last game against Portland he was propped at 17.5 and he fell shy, but they dropped his line down 1, so it shows on the game log that he's hit that 16.5 mark 4 out of his last 5 games, and then 5 out of his last 10 games. So if you want to take a shot on his rebounds and assists, you can do so as well. I think that's in a good spot to hit. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today's video. For Sunday, March 12th, we went over 3 player props that I like on the 6-game schedule. Do me a favor, drop me a comment below, letting me know what your favorite prop on the board is. Who do you have your eyes on? Who have you locked in? Also, let me know what you think about these 3 player props that we covered in today's final look video. Do you like them, love them, hate them, or do you want to leave them alone? Just let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for all the support, the likes, the subs, the comments, and all that helps this little channel get a bit bigger every single day as we push our way to 3,000 subs. Thank you once again. And until tomorrow's early look and research video, Chavez is